You can eat fine. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Did you make me the host?
Oh, I did not.
I gotta share my screen.
No, right? After all that, I was like, don't worry, I'll make you the host. And then
It's okay. It's fine. It's my first time. It's fine.
There we go. You are now the host.
Oh my goodness. So much pressure. Okay, let's see here. Well, now I got to figure out how to share my screen. So
Green arrow at the bottom, and it's like green, and it says share screen.
Perfect. All righty. Okay, give me a second, technology.
No problem at all.
Okay, well, welcome to Kundalini Reiki class. Let me see the document. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, awesome. You guys can see it just fine?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, here we are here to study Kundalini Reiki, which is a amazing and powerful energy that is within all of us. It is rooted at the base of our root chakra, or our first energy center is what I like to call it. And it is a spiraling energy that is dormant. It lies dormant within that area of our being until we awaken it. So Kundalini Reiki is all about coming into understanding that energy within us and awakening it through self-healing work and other forms of work so that we can heal ourselves and others. Now, all right. Kundalini energy is how it is awakened. Kundalini energy is the ultimate life force energy. It is a source of our creative power, our spiritual gifts, and connects us to our divine feminine energy. Kundalini energy is a tool to expand consciousness, and it gives us a state of lightness, joy, abundance, and love, and also self-healing. Kundalini pulls the energy that is lying dormant with the base of our spine up to the crown of our heads, creating an upward flow of energy and balance throughout each of our energy centers, or as other people call them, chakras. I've always liked to call them energy centers because I feel like it's a little bit more intimate when it comes into your own energy and what's within you, instead of just calling them chakras. So Kundalini allows for a free flow of energy up through the energy centers, leading to expansion and states of consciousness and spiritual gifts. So as we're going through these classes, we're going to be learning how to connect with each of those energy centers today, and also understanding what each one means to you in the body, what it aligns with, how it can be imbalanced and balanced, and how we can, moving forward with Reiki and Kundalini energy, how we can awaken that and expand it within ourselves as well. So awakening Kundalini is activated through meditation and breath work, learning to ground yourself and to focus on the present moment. You will also learn to practice gratitude and live with an open heart so that the universe may be open to you. So as we continue this, especially in this class specifically, we're going to be going over meditation, breath work, and grounding techniques so that it can help you up into our next class, where we will start working on actually atonement and awakening that first step in your Kundalini awakening. So it's really important when we move forward and we're working with meditation and breath work and grounding that we kind of have a set into going forward into this. So it's really important to take time, even if it's 5 minutes. And I'm learning as well to just continue to have meditation and grounding work with you on a daily basis. And you can easily do it while you're driving. You can do it while you're just out and about. A lot of times when you're feeling anxiety or you're feeling those energy centers within you, when you're feeling those kind of things, that's when they become shifted and unbalanced. I don't necessarily like to call them blocked because I don't really feel like any energy within us is ever blocked. I feel like it can just shift and it can become unbalanced. So energy is always moving through you. It's always movement throughout your body all the time. So I don't really like to call them blocked. You're going to find some Reiki masters and other people who will tell you that they're blocked. And that's just kind of their own journey and their own way they've learned. But I personally will always say that it's going to be an imbalance. It's going to be something that is shifted and not aligned properly. So when we, in the next 2 weeks after this class, I'd really like each of you to be able to commit to at least 5 minutes a day, just to connect with yourself, which we'll go over, learning to ground yourself in the moment, and also doing small meditations so that you can be at a place that you kind of need to be, open-hearted and open energies when we work towards our atonements. So the benefits the benefits of Kundalini awakening, it can be an amazing tool for self-healing, improvement, and abundance. Once it is awakened, and you will have a long-term positive change in your mind, body, and spirit. Feelings of blissfulness and gratitude, enhancing in your spiritual abilities, compassion and empathy for yourself and others, increases in creativity, intuition, increases spiritual connection. It also, to some people, will increase dreams, where you can have more vivid dreams, or you wake up with more understanding of your feelings of your dreams. So just be aware of that. And I mean, in a lot of the sessions that I've done with people in healing, I always will remind them at the end that they really need to, I mean, you're going through a lot. You're going through healing. You're going through shifts within your energy in your body. So I always tell them to be aware of what their body needs and how it feels, because Reiki in general, especially Kundalini Reiki, really can be heavy. And it can kind of come up especially after a healing session, it can come up days later, hours later, of you either feeling, and it's different for everyone. People can feel exhausted, people can feel energetic, people can feel drained, people can feel excited. I had one client who literally texted me a few days after her last session with me and told me that she's now seeing auras. So it affects people a lot different. So you just have to be aware, especially when you're learning it and doing healing on yourself, that you need to be aware of the shift within yourself as well. So I mean, it's very powerful. And once you start awakening that, meditation is really important, and grounding work is really important to keep yourself in the moment, keep yourself connected to Mother Nature and Earth. And also allowing that energy to flow upward and outward through the crown as well, to connect with the universe and divine energy. Okay, so big thing that we're going to talk about tonight is all of the energy centers. It's going to be my biggest focus, so that we can learn about each one, where they're located, what things in your body are connected to them, all of that stuff. So there are 7, and it is one starts at the base and goes all the way up, where your crown is your 7th chakra, or your 7th energy center. Each one is associated with a color as well. A lot of people moving forward have seen those as kind of an aura, or a presence of people. When I see color with people, which it's not very often that I do, it usually is an energy center. And since I've been working with Reiki and I've been working with Kundalini Reiki, when I see a color, that's usually me saying that energy center is being shown to me, where I can actually focus more of my healing on that specific area. So moving forward, when you start seeing colors, if you do, and if you don't, that's completely okay as well, because this is your own spiritual journey, and this is your own way that things are gonna be created in you. And each of our gifts are unique, and they're individual to our soul and our being part of this human experience. So to simply put, these are areas in the body with dense energy. Chakras, or energy centers, are part of an ancient system that can date back to about 1500 BC. It comes from the Sanskrit word, which is wheel, which refers to the vortex of energy that resides in and corresponds to the area that has those vital organs, such as your heart, your brain, your reproductive organs. These vortexes of energy are continuously rotating, and energy through an upward and downwards circulation throughout your body. When the energy centers are balanced and healthy, they are open. When one or more is blocked or unbalanced, the energy can become stagnant, leading to various physical and emotional ailments. So those are very much connected to the organs within your body. So when things are unbalanced, you could be feeling emotional things like with your heart chakra. Self-love is a big one with the heart chakra. The third eye is a lot of intuition and things like that. Also, there are glands, a lot of glands associated with these as well, like the pineal gland, which is the third eye location of connecting to spirit and things like that. So those things can be associated with the unbalance, and people can come to you, or you can find it within yourself when you start learning self-healing, where you can kind of feel where those are within your body and which ones are in balance and or shifted. So let's see, the first energy center, which is your root or your base. It is a lot about survival, family, it's earth. So it is related a lot to your primal instincts, where you live, those things that are needed for your basic living. Kind of fight or flight as well can be associated with your root chakra. So when it's functioning properly, the person feels good about life. They have what he or she needs to live. They can feel secure in where they're living, in their house, in their own temple within their body, kind of thing. They have a healthy way to maintain their sex drive as well. So that is also a big part down there, is where you're created. Your base instinct, especially being human, can be really related to the sexual organs as well, and how you feel pleasure in those ways. And it doesn't even need to be sexual. It can be just finding the love for someone else or yourself, or something like that is going to be rooted in the root chakra as well. An overactive first energy center will cause you anxiety and jitteriness. This happens because fear is based on the need to survive. So the fight or flight, fear role to keep us alive. Physically, you might have digestive problems, lower back issues, hip or pain issues, ovary or cysts in women. And also you can have issues with men would be like prostate issues and things like that. So a underactive root chakra or your first energy center, you may experience frequent daydreaming, trouble concentrating, or simply feeling like your head is in the clouds. People may say they appear airheaded or spacey as well. So all of those things. So you can have an overactive one. You can also have an underactive one, and then you can have a balanced one. So you're really trying to work with yourself and kind of just taking time. And that's why meditation is really good, because in these meditations that we can do, we want to focus ourselves on each energy center and work our way up to feel each one and to feel it within ourselves, because we can't really understand what's not balanced in someone else unless we're understanding what the imbalance in ourselves is, because you need to understand that feeling and being able to move forward. I mean, everybody's different. So the way you feel, of course, is not going to be how someone else feels, but you can understand the base of like the root and understand the base of instinct and fear, groundingness, all that kind of stuff. So grounding is really important for root work. And really from energy 1 to 3 is really good for grounding. And then I like to say that 4, 5, and 6 are a lot more breath work. And then your meditation is going to be a lot more focused on that 7th. So as we move forward, the second energy center is the sacral. It is usually associated with orange. It's located near your navel. It relates to intimacy, abundance, creativity. It's about recognizing a unique and being recognized as being unique, creating and being. It can come also for a form of money, appreciation, freedom of expression. Since it's related to creativity, it also can be related to procreation as well. So, so when it is balanced, you're going to be talking about a lot of people who can become better at manifestation, can they just enjoy life a lot, kind of like enjoying the fruits of their labors. So also it includes just enjoying things and like nourishing your soul and body with beauty, with health, with creativity. Somebody who's really artistic can have a really balanced and awakened sacral. So when it's likely out of balance, symptoms can really include addiction. It can be obesity, hormonal imbalances, recklessness. A chakra health can be represented by like physical and mental cycles. Male reproductive systems, the upper hips and the lower digestive system are all located within that. And I know there's a kind of a lot of info. I've been doing this for almost 2 years, about 1.5 years, and I'm still kind of learning what parts are associated with each energy center. As you start learning and kind of seeing them within yourself, it's really going to help you kind of understand where those are located in your body and what pretty much what organs are there, and kind of just understanding those aspects. So as you can see, it's pretty much right below your belly button. So a lot of this is going to be a lot more reproductive, and like lower digestive system, those kind of things are going to be associated with that. Also being unbalanced, being overactive, you can be focusing very particularly on like kind of being almost obsessed with the fruits of your labors, like being to a point to where some people may feel like they could be feeling a little bit more narcissistic in ways when it's overactive, because that is more of kind of being seen as a kind of almost like I'm better than you in ways. So we can help people balance that as well with that. So being underactive, these can include depression, decreased sex drives, and lacks of passion and creativity. So that's really the base there, is talking a lot about just understanding creativity, and just the way that you kind of digest that information as well. Okay, so the third one, our third energy center is going to be the solar plexus, is what it's properly called. It's personal power. Its color is yellow. This energy center, it's located, the solar plexus, so it's like right above your belly button. It's going to be pretty much right under your rib cage, and this is a big one for personal senses of power and control over your life. So again, it's another digestive system kind of, because it's going to be covering that other digestive system within your body. So a lot of this is going to be like gut feeling. It's going to be like senses of security, easygoing. This is a chakra and energy center that gets unbalanced very often, because this one has a lot to do with stress, anxiety, which I feel a lot of us as human beings deal with. I've personally seen this one, I've worked on this one a lot, because this one likes to shift, and it likes to kind of become unbalanced a little bit within that, and within the energy moving through the body. And as you're moving forward too, you're going to notice as well, once you start working on yourself and other people, that you can have balance in like, so one of my last clients, she has so much balance in her 7th, 6th, and 5th energy center. But something was not connecting to the rest. So from her throat, which is number 5, to her heart, which was number 4, she was completely so hot and on fire, like in all those top 3, that when I started working on her lower, I could sense that it was like something wasn't connecting there. So you have to just kind of start learning with yourself when you start doing self-healing a lot. That you're gonna feel that within yourself, and once you start understanding which each energy center is all about, then you'll understand how they can connect with each other, and how the energy can continue to flow fully and in that perfect vortex of energy. Okay, so we're still on number 3. So this one, when we have it unbalanced, we're of course dealing with the stress, anxiety. You can have shame and self-doubt as well, because it is associated with your gut feeling and the way that you feel about things. If it's imbalanced, then you're not going to feel secure in that. Which is why also when I was talking about 1, 2, and 3 being really important on learning grounding is because all three of those really associate with how you're feeling within your body and within yourself, and how you're connecting with the things around you. So when those things aren't aligned up and connecting, you're going to feel more anxiety. You're going to feel more of those kind of self-doubt and second guessing yourself, those kind of things. So a lot also when this one is overactive, a lot of people can deal with anger, being quick to anger, they're feeling a lack of control in situations, micromanagement, greediness, lack of compassion or empathy is a big one for all of those when they are overactive, which overactive pretty much just means imbalanced. So when you are looking at it being underactive, which is kind of what we went over. So when I'm kind of talking again, I'm sorry. So when you're talking about it being underactive is when you're getting the stress and anxiety. When you're doing over, you're kind of thinking the opposite. So instead of feeling stress and anxiety, you're going to want to control things. You're going to want to feel, you're just going to be quick to anger in those kind of ways. So a lot of this too, a lot of imbalance in this when we get also into healing on a soul level within, not just outward and physical, but we're talking about more a deeper. This one can also be become imbalanced from even childhood when somebody has gone through trauma or personal power being taken away from them. So a lot of people will deal and kind of go through life with that center being completely unbalanced. And because it's kind of the one that's in the center, I always think that it's the one that is going to continue to create that vortex of flow. So when your solar plexus, your energy 3 center is not balanced, you're going to get a lot of imbalance in the rest of you. And a lot of that you'll find out as you start working with people, not just in physical ailments, but when you start working on like shadow work or deeper soul healing with them, you're going to find out that which I can go, that's a whole nother thing. But that one a lot is with like trauma-based things that have happened to you, especially as a kid, because that is kind of where it kind of sits in you. So yeah. So when this one is open and free, you are pretty much free to express your true self. You're not afraid of who you are. You welcome new opportunities. You're able to really trust yourself and that gut instinct. A lot of people who are able to have this energy flow and it being balanced and open, a lot of people are able to read people really well and understand intent from other people. So that one's really, it connects the bottom 3. So it's a really good one to kind of like start learning in yourself and understanding your own balance within that. Okay, so number 4, which is your green, it's your heart. This is self-love, relationships, self-acceptance, all that. So I am going to, whoops, sorry. There we go. This chakra is located at your heart. It's the center of your chest. It relates to giving and receiving love and care. This also relates to self-esteem in terms of feeling lovable to yourself and allowing yourself to receive love as well as give love. When the heart chakra becomes overactive, we lose our personal boundaries and start to make unhealthy choices, all in the name of love. It's important to treat yourself with the same compassion and kindness that you give to others. But when this Energy center is overactive. You may find yourself always putting other people's needs before your own. My own self, my heart chakra took me a really long time. My heart and my throat chakra have been the biggest energy centers that I've worked on with myself, because growing up, and just I've always had issues with self-love and also speaking my truth. So these ones for me, when I started doing Kundalini Reiki and doing self-healing on myself, I really started to feel and understand the imbalance in myself. And I always thought it was just because, oh, that's just who I am. That's just something I got to deal with. I'm a people pleaser and I'm this and I'm that. But it was just understanding the imbalance and understanding the flow of the energy within you and the energy of everything that's around us. So I kind of started to not only heal myself, but allow others to help me, because I always felt like it was something that I needed to kind of do on my own. So with my own heart chakra and my own energy center that I've dealt with for myself, it was really kind of like coming to understand that I had to allow people to love me in ways that allowed me to grow and feel that in a different way, if that makes sense. So when the heart chakra, or the fourth energy center, is underactive, people feel like it's hard to get really close to them, so really guarded. They like to build walls around that. They don't really like physical touch or people touching them in general. Sometimes they might even have issues with giving themselves own touch, because I mean, I personally think even that's important for people. You also can feel out of touch in your body, and you can feel almost kind of out of body as well. You're not connected to your temple, which is your body. Compassion is also important to the heart chakra and health. And some people can feel lonely, and an imbalance in giving and receiving love and care. So really, it's everything heart related, everything love related, everything that literally the heart represents is that. I mean, that's why it's there. That's another big one as you start, especially going and doing sessions with other people. You're going to start learning how that feels when it's imbalanced in yourself and in others. The fifth energy center, so the throat chakra, this is self-expression with love, communication, and truth. This energy center is located on your throat. It is related to communication, how communication goes both ways in giving and receiving. Those who hold back from saying what they are thinking because of fear or conflict or other reasons may have a imbalanced throat chakra. The fifth energy center becomes overactive when we spend a lot of time trying to make our voice heard. It's also overactive when we often interrupt others, or we are told that we don't have a voice that's loud enough, or also people who just kind of like to hear themselves talk, which is not a bad thing. You just got to learn to kind of balance it out and just be aware of it. I think it becomes more troublesome and more unbalanced when it's something that somebody's just not aware of. And when people bring it up, it's more of, well, I'm not doing that. So for me, throat chakra has been a big one because for so long, I never spoke my truth. I never really allowed myself to even hear my own truth. I denied myself for a really long time. So I had a very imbalanced and unopened throat chakra for a very, very long time. So that with me, when I started doing Kundalini Reiki for myself and learning self-healing, I did a lot of just like throat healing for myself, which was literally just sitting and like putting my hands on my throat and honestly just listening to the vibrations of me talking and just being comfortable hearing myself even just say, like, I mean, I honestly could do it right now while I'm doing this class. Just listening and feeling your own vibration within and just getting comfortable, like allowing yourself to hear yourself. So there's tons of different things that you can do and exercises that we can go over as well with each center and allowing you to be able to focus on each. Okay, so number 6, sixth energy center is the third eye. It's intuition, sense of purpose, direction, and life. It's also purple, dark purple, or indigo, as some people would say. This energy center is located at the center of your forehead. It is related to intuition. It opens up the mind to information beyond the material world and the 5 senses. All the clairs are receiving information through this energy center. All intuition information is processed through here. Feeling of sense of purpose in your life, feeling guided for your purpose, feeling intuitive, all of that kind of stuff. That is a healthy third eye. If you have an overactive third eye, you're likely to spend most of your time engrossed in physical activities. So you can do like astrology, expression that way. You're just, it's overactive. So you're wanting to be so involved in everything and so learning about everything as possible as you can. And because an energy center is overactive, it is a form of imbalance, but it's not always necessarily a bad thing. Just like in the other ones, when you're dealing with anxiety or you're dealing with overthinking, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You just have to be kind of aware of how it's feeling in your body and asking yourself, is this okay? Is this what I need right now? Which is why grounding is really important, meditation and breath work. You also, so third eye, I completely got distracted. So the third eye is also can be related to dreams as well. So when you're finding a third eye that's in balance, this is someone who I would literally call an unawaked person, someone who's really not attached to their spiritual intuition. They're not attached to, they don't trust themselves when it comes to their gifts. They don't trust themselves when it comes to reading other people. So, I mean, I hate to call people not awake, but it's the simplest way to put it. So your third eye, when it's completely imbalanced, it's someone who's just not allowing divine energy and universe, God, goddess, whatever you want to call it, spirit, they're not allowing that information to come through and be heard and understood through all of the senses, spiritually wise. So the third eye can be a little tricky because a lot of the time when I'm thinking it's imbalanced, I feel a lot more that than it being overactive, because I think the third eye is kind of one of those that it's okay for it to be overactive, because we want to learn, we want to do tarot, we want to learn astrology, we want to like get into our witchy things, we want to like learn those things. So I don't necessarily feel like being overactive is necessarily an unbalance, but it's just kind of looking at it and being like, as long as you're still taking care of other things and you're not blocking anything else from flowing. So yeah. And then, so now we have the seventh energy center, which is our crown. It is connected to the divine, the cosmos connection, God and goddess. It's violet, and it also can be white. Some people have seen it as white. So this one is located at the top of your head, at the center. It does not have a front or a back energy. So I forgot, I did not go over that. So each one has a funnel of energy, not only that vortexes through each other, but it vortexes from the outward of you. So from like your heart chakra, the energy is going through each energy center, up from the root to the crown, but it's also protruding outward, from both the front of you and the back of you, which also expands into the aura, and your energy expansion, that we kind of talked about in the introduction of how your aura kind of is your protection. It is what you kind of put out in the world first. And that is built off of the energies that is also coming out of each energy center. So the root and the crown are the only ones that don't have the vortex of energy moving outward. They move either up or down. So with your root, that energy is going to be being shot into the earth, to ground you and connect you to earth and mother nature. And the crown is going to be protruding outward and upward to connect you to the cosmos, energy and universe. So this one is related to the sense of divine connection, feeling connected to something outside of yourself, to all that is and knowledgeable, that we all are spiritual beings having a human experience. This is another one that is, you don't really see a lot of overactive crown chakras. They really are, they kind of flow with a lot of the sessions that I've done with people, and even with myself. I kind of just work on, because that one's always, it's always flowing, because we're always connected to the divine. But so an overactive one, there's not really an overactive one. It can become a little unbalanced in talking about being disconnected. But for the most part, like, I personally believe that is so you subconsciously are connected to divine. Even when someone has like a closed third eye, and they're not a very spiritual person, they're just kind of going through life, just being human, and they still are going to have dreams. They're still going to have moments of connection. They're going to still have like feelings of deja vu, things like that. I mean, even if they don't feel like they want to admit it. So the crown is something that I don't feel really gets unbalanced very often. I think it's kind of the one that keeps the main flow of things. So that one is really fun just to kind of feel and work with, and kind of just feel it, because it's one of the ones that is almost always going to continue to flow. Okay, so we kind of went over this already, but you have your root chakra, which is located at the base of your spine. It's the foundation of life. It helps you feel grounded and able to withstand challenges. The energy center is responsible for your sense of security and stability. I do want to put this specifically up and on the website, so that you guys can print it out if you need to, and kind of just like go over it, so you can start, when you start doing your meditations on your own, this next 2 weeks, then you can really start focusing on each one and just connecting with it. There's also another really good guide that I will give to Alex, so that you guys can print out. It gives you the colors, and all that kind of stuff as well, so you can kind of see that. That's what my teacher gave me, and I loved it. Okay, so sacral. So number 2, It's located below your belly button. This energy is responsible for your sexual and creative energy. It also linked to how you relate to your emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Solar plexus, third, is located on your stomach area, right above your belly button, below your rib cage. This energy center is responsible for confidence and self-esteem, as well as helping you feel in control of your life. Gut feeling. Heart chakra. So your fourth energy center is going to be located right at your heart, the center of your chest. It comes with no surprise that this energy center is all about the ability to love and show compassion for others and yourself. Fifth is the throat, located at your throat. The energy center has to do with your ability to communicate verbally, speaking your truth, and speaking your self-love for yourself and for others. So yeah, throat's been a really big one for me. Every time I talk about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, the throat. Hello again. The third eye chakra, or the sixth energy center, is located between your eyes. You can thank this energy center for the strong gut instincts. So not your gut feeling, but your instincts. It's because of the third eye responsible for intuition and also links to your imagination and dreams. Didn't add that in there, but it is very much connected to dreams. Crown chakra, or your seventh, is located at the top of your head. This energy center represents your spiritual connection to yourself, others, and the universe and the divine. It also plays a role in your life purpose and how you feel being a spiritual being, having a human experience, because I think having this human experience is crazy sometimes. It really is. Okay. So now we're going to get into grounding, meditation, and breath work. So the first thing I definitely want to start with is grounding. What I'm going to do is just quickly go through these last 3 slides, because it's just kind of going over what they are. I'm going to get back on the video so you guys can see me. And so I'm going to have us kind of do 3 little, just to practice it, and to go over each one of how we're going to do that. And then I want you guys to work on these 3 things for the next couple weeks. And when we do our next class, I'm going to have us really start focusing on each energy center, and then working towards you guys' first atonements of actually awakening that Kundalini Reiki, so we can start doing some self-healing on ourselves. Okay, so I'm just going to be quick. Grounding. We talk about grounding. We're talking about connecting ourselves to earth energy and being aware of our bodies and this present moment. This can be either done by sitting or standing, taking deep breaths, feeling the earth beneath you, closing your eyes, and starting to connect to that energy flow. This is done by imagining roots coming from the bottom of your feet, growing into the earth. These roots then now grow towards and through each energy center, all the way up to your body, to your crown, connecting you to universal flow. Okay, meditation. Meditation, when we talk about that, we're talking about being observant of our thoughts, being present in the moment, and focusing on our breath. This is done usually by sitting in a comfortable position, or you can lay down. I haven't done a lot of good meditation standing. You want to make sure that you're in a quiet surrounding. You're going to be taking deep breaths in and out, closing your eyes, and just allowing yourself to be aware of your body and your mind, giving yourself space to feel the movements of your breath and your thoughts, allowing them to come and then to go, and then connecting yourself back to your center and back to your breath. This can be done 5 to 60 minutes. Some people will do meditations for weeks, and they're amazing. I can do a steady 5 minutes and I feel great. I want to start working my way up more. But at least I know that I can promise myself 5 minutes and at least get that meditation in to connect with myself. Okay, and then breath work. This breath work is the most important thing when it comes to Kundalini Reiki energy. This is done by focusing your energy within your body. With each inhale, you imagine an energy flowing from your first energy root chakra, which is where your Kundalini will be dominant for now. And then you are going to be imagining this energy flowing through your crown all the way up to your 7th energy center. And with your exhale of breath, you will be imagining it flowing down through your body and back out of your hands. This is where Kundalini energy flows out of your body for healing. This is what you'll be doing throughout self-healing sessions and with clients. And you will eventually connect your breath with your clients or with the soul that you're working with. I've worked with my kitty for a while, and I will try my hardest to connect with her breath. And as you're moving in to these things, that breath work is really, really important for that. Okay, I need to figure out how to get out of this. Give me just a second. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so our next we're going to just take the next 10 minutes, and I just want us to first start with grounding. Grounding is the most important thing, just because it's going to really help you connect with your body and yourself. So I just want you to take a nice, big, deep inhale, a nice exhale. We're going to do this 3 more times. Deep inhale. And exhale. On your next breath, I want you to imagine the roots coming out of your feet, connecting you to Mother Nature. Inhaling and exhale. Do that 2 more times, imagining the roots connecting you to the earth. Continue breathing in and out. In your next breath, I want you to imagine those roots now creating that energy and those roots through your body, all the way up to your crown, like a big, strong tree. You're seeing those roots now connect to the sky and earth above you. Present in this moment. When you're ready, you're just going to open your eyes. I always feel really good after that. So that is just a simple grounding. It's just connecting to what's below you and then bringing it through your body to connect with what's above you. So for the next 2 weeks until next class, I just want you to, whenever you're feeling like you just need to connect with your body, you need to connect with what's around you. You can do it just quickly. Just, I'm grounded. I'm connected. And just let it be. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is just regular meditation. So this can be kind of tricky for people, but literally it's like grounding. You usually do it after you ground. So I will always ground myself first and then go into a meditation. It just connects me. So this is more about just allowing. You're just listening and feeling your breath. You don't really need to hear it like we did with our grounding. It's just really focusing quietly on that inhale and that exhale, feeling your stomach move up and down and allowing your thoughts just to come and go. And we're going to just do this for like about 2 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and close our eyes. And we're just going to breathe in and out. You already connected with the grounding, so this gives me natural breath. It doesn't matter what thoughts come in your brain. Let them go and just continue focusing on that breath. The raising of your chest and the lowering of your chest. Feeling your lungs expand and fill with air. Feeling it let go and release. Feeling the energy flow from the grounding already. Always present. Letting thoughts come and go, and going back to your breath. You are the observer of your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. When you're ready, just open your eyes. Come back to the present moment. I already feel relaxed. All right, our last thing is our breath work, which is the really most important thing about your Reiki journey and your healing. So this is really connecting. And why I did it in this order as well is because once you're grounded, you're feeling the connection to the earth, you're feeling the connection to the divine. Meditation, you're allowing yourself to just be relaxing, allowing things in your brain to just come and go so that you can focus on your breath work. So when we talk about breath work, we're using our grounding technique of the roots, but this time what we're going to be doing is we're imagining that base where that Kundalini energy is in your first energy center. I want you to, when you're ready, you're just going to close your eyes. You're going to take a deep inhale. You're going to focus yourself on imagining that red ball of fire energy at your base. And as you inhale, it's going to go up to your next energy center. And I want you to sit there with it for a second and just continue breathing. But when you're conscious of your deep next inhale, you move it to your next energy center. And then you continue going all the way up. So you're going to your heart. And regular breaths, but every time that you purposely move up, I want you to take a purposely good deep inhale. With the exhale, you move it up to the next. And we're going to do that all the way up. Once we get up to our crown, we're going to just take a couple of deep inhales, exhales. And the next exhale, we're just going to imagine this energy going through our bodies and out of our hands. And I want you just to focus on feeling. I mean, even if you want to rub your hands together so you feel that energy and just release it. So, all right, we're going to start. So your first inhale, you're just going to focus on that energy here. So that energy, the root. Next inhale. Second energy center. Feeling that energy there. Next inhale. Moving our way up, feeling that energy. Next deep inhale. Going to our heart, feeling that energy there, allowing the flow. Deep inhale. Going to our throat, feeling that energy there, allowing it to be. Next deep inhale, we're going to our third eye, feeling the energy there. Next deep inhale, we're going to our crown. Stay here for a couple moments, couple breaths in and out. With your next deep inhale, you're exhaling this energy and you're going to just flow it right through your body and out your hands. And one more time, we're going to take one deep inhale with the energy that we've collected at our hands. We're going to bring it all up at once. One deep inhale, all through each energy center. And again, out of our hands. I want us all to do this one more time. Deep inhale, all the way through, and out through our hands. I could definitely feel that. All right, you guys, I think you did great. I just want you to encourage you all to just continue those, doing your grounding, your meditation, and then your purpose breath. The breath work, like I said, is the most important thing. It's going to help you start to get into a place of feeling the energy within you, feeling that shift and that change. I mean, I feel really hot right now. Literally, I'm like on fire. So it's going to be different for each one of you. You could feel chills. You could feel it just in each part. But I just really, for the next 2 weeks until our next class, I really want you guys to focus on that. Bringing that forward, because that's really going to help us and help me connect with you guys when we do our atonements. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope I didn't talk too fast.
Very much, Wayne. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. You all have a great night.
Thank you so much, Sharon. You're amazing. I appreciate you greatly.
Yes, thank you for being here. Thank yourself for being here.
Okay.